I'm Rachel. Sitting here on my porch, looking at the house I fought so hard to keep, it's hard to believe how far I've come. The scars of the past are still fresh, but the new locks on the door and the quiet, empty rooms tell a story of resilience and a new beginning. It all started when I was at a speech pathology conference in Seattle. I was sitting in the middle of a panel discussion, half listening, when my phone buzzed under the table. The app icon, a little blue circled white eye, signaled a motion alert from my living room camera. My heart skipped a beat. I knew that nothing usually triggered that camera unless someone was in the middle of my house. I opened the app furtively, like checking a secret text. There on the screen was my sister, Lily, setting a box on my coffee table. She pulled out her phone and started talking, her voice clear and confident. "Dad's lawyer is putting it in my name. She'll never get us out," she said, laughing casually. I watched the clip 3 times, not because I didn't understand, but to get the exact timestamp, 2:17 p.m. Pacific Time, April 15th. I should tell you about my house. I bought it at 28, a charming 2-story colonial in a quiet neighborhood. I had no co-signer, no family money. I refinished the floors myself, spent weekends learning how to rewire the old electrical system, and built a bookshelf from scratch using wood from an old barn. The guest room was my pride and joy. I decorated it first, choosing pillows my mother, Margaret, liked, soft, down-filled ones. I found a reading lamp for my father, Henry, the kind with a warm, adjustable light he always complained hotels lacked. Before I left for the conference, my mother called me early in the morning. Her voice was sweet and warm. "Have a safe flight, honey. Call me when you land. We're so proud of you." Little did I know that she was sending Lily to move into my house while I was away. My neighbor, Mrs. Jenkins, an 80-year-old retired schoolteacher, noticed the U-Haul in my driveway and took pictures. She's the kind of person who pays attention to the little things, the kind who cares without being asked. Back at the conference, I sat through the rest of the panel, my mind racing. I was in shock, but I knew I needed to stay calm. I was a speech-language pathologist, used to observing and analyzing. I saved the video clip in multiple places, took screenshots of the motion alert and the camera's activity log. Then I called my real estate attorney, Mr. Thompson. He picked up on the second ring. I played him the recording, and after an 11-second pause, he said, "This is criminal, not civil." He advised me to get back home immediately, bring the recording, and not to confront my family. I changed my flight, paying a $120 change fee without hesitation. When I landed, I went straight to Mr. Thompson's office. He pulled up the county recorder's website and showed me a quit-claim deed filed a week ago. The grantor was me, the grantee was Lily, notarized by Mr. Harris, a friend of my father's. The signature was clearly a forgery. My signature doesn't have a loop on the R, but this one did. Mr. Thompson recommended that I go home, act normal, and get the original deed from the safe in my bedroom closet. So, I drove to my house. Lily's car was parked haphazardly in the driveway. There were new curtains in the front window, cheap and floral. When I walked in, Lily was on the couch, looking up from her phone as if I was just an unimportant interruption. "Oh, you're back early," she said, with that same casual smile from the recording. My mother was in the kitchen, unpacking groceries. She hugged me briefly, but I could tell her heart wasn't in it. "I thought I'd help Lily get settled while you were away." "She's between apartments," she said. I walked down the hall to the guest room. Lily's clothes were in the closet, and my mother's favorite pillows were replaced with gaudy ones. My father's reading lamp was on the floor, unplugged. I went to my bedroom, opened the safe, and took the original deed. I walked back to the kitchen, and my mother asked if it was okay for Lily to stay a few days. "Of course not," I said, the last lie I ever told her. I crossed the street and talked to Mrs. Jenkins. She showed me the pictures she took of the U-Haul and the men moving furniture into my house. I forwarded those pictures to Mr. Thompson. Back at the office, Mr. Thompson compared the real deed with the forgery. The forged signature was clearly a poor imitation. The witness on the notarization, a Mrs. Green, didn't exist. We ran the name through all the databases, and there was no record of her. As I sat there, memories flooded back. When I was 16, I overheard my mother talking to her sister on the phone. Lily has the charm. Rachel is just practical. She'll manage on her own, she said. That sentence had haunted me for years. I'd worked hard to build my life, my career, and this house, all in an attempt to prove myself. I called my father, trying to sound casual. "Hey, Dad." I got back early. Noticed some mail from a law office. "Everything okay?" He hesitated for 7 seconds, then said it was just some estate planning my mother was looking into. I knew he was lying. That evening, I drove past my house. Through the window, I saw Lily, comfortable on my couch eating dinner. I thought about the guest room I built with so much love, for people who didn't appreciate it. I realized that they saw the house, but they never saw me. I called Mr. Thompson and told him to file everything. "These are your parents," he said. "They were," I replied. "Now they're respondents." A few weeks later, we had a confrontation at Mr. Thompson's office. My parents and their attorney, Mr. Brown, showed up. My mother was dressed in her best suit, trying to look composed. Mr. Thompson laid out all the evidence, the forged deed, the pictures, the video recording, and the notary's statement. My mother stared at the table, her hands clasped so tightly that her knuckles were white. She accused me of planning this, but I told her she'd been planning it for over a year, according to Mr. Harris's statement. My father sat there, silent, his eyes wet. He opened his mouth as if to say something, but my mother shot him a look, and he closed it. My mother tried one last time. "You'll regret this, Rachel. When you're alone, you'll wish you still had a family." I looked at her and said, "I have a family. You're just not in it." 3 months have passed since then. My parents were arraigned on forgery and filing fraudulent documents charges. Their case is pending. Mr. Harris's law license was suspended. Lily cooperated with the DA's office and got probation and community service. She sent me a text saying she was sorry, but I haven't replied yet. The guest room is now my home office. I've removed all the reminders of my parents' visit. The porch swing is gone, replaced by a simple bench that Mrs. Jenkins and I found at a flea market. We sit on it on Saturdays, eating cherry pie she bakes, and talk about anything but the past. As I sit here, looking at my house, I know that I've finally taken back control. The cameras are off, the locks are changed, and the only people who come through my door are the ones who truly care about me.